You're watching the Fight Night Daily podcast from the Grand Arrivals here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's an absolute bun fest in here tonight. They're jumping off planes, or they were actually walking down a red carpet from an aeroplane where they're all dining, all the fighters, joining the Grand Arrivals carpet. We have got, I think there may even be the stars of the show. We're being pushed into corners, we're in little corridors. There's all kinds of drama going on. Spencer Oliver can't even look at the camera, he's so excited.
Listen, I'm getting pushed about everywhere, that's why.
Pushed about everywhere. There are Ukrainians in these amazing tracksuits. Look at that. Team UA, that's Oleksandr Usyk's team. I think he is wearing, I'm just going to describe it, tonight, Oleksandr Usyk is wearing the most amazing Ukrainian robe, a Cossack robe. It is this robe, Oleksandr. It's so incredible. Can we just see this robe for 1 minute? This is extraordinary. What is this?
Maybe tiger, maybe cat.
You're the cat, though. Will you be the cat on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. What an amazing robe.
Wow.
Egis Klimas, his manager. We've seen Krasiuk this week. Says he can, and I owe him $100. Remember, if I don't owe you money yet. I owe you money if Tyson Fury loses. Oleksandr Usyk's a favourite. We love these guys. They are great fun. Right, we just got squeezed here a little bit. It's kind of drama here tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely. Listen, it's been mayhem here all night. It's chaos here all night. Runway Boulevard, and it is spectacular surroundings that we're in here. And Oleksandr Usyk coming up then, like we saw him for the first time yesterday when he entered the hotel. There's an aura about him. You know, you feel his presence. He's packed on the weight, as you could see there. How great does he look, by the way? How confident does he look? I mean, something special.
What I like, he's always got a robe now for the occasion. He's always got culture and history around him. And I tell you what, you felt how big he was just then. Broad. He's like this. If you and I walked around like this, we'd be Oleksandr Usyk. That's what he feels like when you're next to him. He's up like this.
All right, relax.
No, I'm not,
right.
I am relaxed.
Chill out, mate.
I am chilled out. I'm just describing to you what it feels like next to Oleksandr Usyk. He's a very, very big guy now. We've talked about it. 222 odd pounds. Tyson Fury was over there just now. He's head and you can see Tyson Fury in the melee. He's doing interviews because he's head and a half taller than you and a head and a half taller than me.
Mate, he's doubled my size.
Or he's
That's
double
exactly
your
what he
size.
is. But you know what? Interestingly, I think he's going to come in 20 stone plus. Actually, you know, we were predicting that he may come in at 19 and a half stone. I actually think he said 21 stones. I was up close to him there a little bit, and I think he is actually 20 plus stones. He's going to come in there tomorrow.
I love
Interesting tactics.
You've got an amazing crystal ball for weights, or is it a weight for crystal balls?
Just
I don't know, one or the other. Tyson Fury didn't do much media along Media Row, but then he was forced around that side, had a massive throng around him, and did some interviews going that way. But like I say, he's in a better mood today than he was yesterday.
Yeah.
He's more up for it. These guys are going to be put through the ringer this week. It's the biggest fight in the world. I've got to say, there's more media than I can ever remember at an event like this since we've been coming here.
And do you know what? This media commitment in fight week, when you've got fights of this magnitude, is the worst thing that a fighter can go through. You know, he's got to repeat the same thing over and over again. Tyson, you know, Oleksandr Usyk, he's in his comfort zone right now. Like, he's in the right headspace. He's nice and relaxed. He's got his entourage with him, and he's been very, very media friendly. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, like yesterday, like you say, he was a little bit edgy and didn't want to really speak to the media. He done a little bit over there today. He didn't come over, obviously, to speak to us, but he done a little bit today. He was a little bit more relaxed than he was, but over the next couple of days, trust me, this guy's been away, locked away in a training camp in Malta. He hasn't seen his wife, he hasn't seen his kids, he hasn't even spoke to them. He wants to get this fight week over now, and I think that is evident, that's clear.
He does, and he wants to get that over with, but there's a long way to go. There's 3 more set pieces this week. There's a press conference, there's a media workout, there's a workout day, physical workout day tomorrow, a press conference, a weigh-in. But we caught up with Moses Itauma early on, who looks big and beautiful and ready to go. Here we are with the takeover, as we call him, Moses Itauma, looking a bit shorn, hair's looking good, beard's looking good. What was it like up there, coming through out the aeroplane, out onto the big runway, Riyadh season, here we are.
Do you know what? I'm just happy I got into this interview one piece without you kicking me or something, spawning a flying kick or something. But nah, do you know, it was all right. And on the way out of the Mike Tyson gym, yeah, I saw this aeroplane and I was like, what is an aeroplane doing in the middle, just in the middle of a car park?
Of a fairground.
Yeah, what's going on? And then my manager was like, oh yeah, we're gonna be eating there later. I'm like, what? Like, do you know what I mean? Anyways, it was nice. The food was lovely. And now I'm treated here with good hospitality in the Saudi Arabian people, so I can't really complain.
Do you like it that they do things a bit differently here, that it makes you think on your feet?
100%. The only thing we're missing is good reporters.
Listen,
man, I'm going to throw that head kick in a minute and ruin it for you.
No, do you know what it is? Like, I've done I've been here for 2 days, probably done about combined 7 or 8 hours of media, and I get asked the same questions all over and over and over again. And it gets annoying because I'm trying to find a way how to answer the same questions differently.
All right, who's your favourite actress then?
There we go. Who's my favourite actress? Nia Long.
Who would you most like to have dinner with, who's a Hollywood female star at the moment?
Chantal Jeffries.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know who that is.
No, I don't.
I haven't got a clue, mate.
But you thought about it, and you thought about what kind of dinner you'd want.
No, but when you ask me a question like that, you kind of put me on the spot.
Moses, can I ask you a question, mate? I want to ask you a question about this whole experience, like dealing with the pressure at such a young age. You know, like there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. As you know, everybody talking about you being the next superstar of heavyweight boxing. That comes with added pressure. How do you deal with that pressure? Like, because some fighters feed off it, some fighters it gets to them. You seem to feed off it.
Do you know what? I'll just try not to recognise it. Like,
but it's there though, isn't it?
No. I know it's there, but I try to ignore it. Like, you seen that you know that picture when Tyson, it was at the weigh-in and Tyson and Usyk are together, and Tyson's facing the front, but Usyk is staring at him.
Yeah.
That's how with me and pressure. Like, I know it's here on my shoulder, but I try to ignore
Keep
it. You
the
know?
blinkers up.
Exactly.
In the last couple of days, new things emerged as well. That there is talk about you fighting Daniel Dubois if he beats Joseph Parker. Hang on a minute, listen to me out. If they offered you up to face Daniel Dubois for the IBF title in next summer if he beats Joseph Parker, would you take it?
Of course, I would. But do you know what's funny though, yeah? As I do these interviews, these press conferences, these thingies, I find about my career like just there on the spot. Like, I remember I done that face-off with the Gloves of Ross with Dempsey McKean, and he's basically telling me my next steps. I'm like, I didn't even know about this. It sounds correct, but I didn't even know about this. And now you're saying like,
it's a suggestion, which I want to see what your mindset's saying.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't turn down the fight, would I?
Good. Go and do it on Saturday night.
And if I did turn down the fight, I'm in the wrong sport.
Absolutely. Look, go do it. It's always great to see you. Thanks for your time. Ready or not? Ready or not? Is that guy ready? When I stand next to that guy,
I want to hear more of the song, mate.
Ready or not?
Here I come. You can't hide.
You can't hide. That guy is someone who will make people hide from him. I'm sorry. There is something about Moses.
Listen, like, yeah, there is something about him, and it's not if, it's when he wins a world title. But you're totally wrong on your prediction that he's ready now.
I'm not giving a prediction. No. All right, let's get his manager in and see what he's got to say. We caught up with Francis Warren. Compliments are flying everywhere at the moment, and we're all talking about what shape we're in, but Moses Itauma is in the best shape of all of us. Absolutely. You manage him, of course. He's a brilliant talent. I've got to ask you a question, because it's been doing the rounds this week, that if Daniel Dubois beats Joseph Parker, and Daniel Dubois was offered up to Moses Itauma, do you believe he's ready to fight for that world title next summer if the opportunity was there?
Listen, he's a very unique young man, Moses, and I wouldn't rule anything out whatsoever. The only thing is that once you do walk through that World Championship door, you do have to stay there. You know, you can't come back through it and close it and retreat. So what I'm trying to say to that is, and I'm not suggesting Moses would ever shirk a challenge, but it's a different landscape, World Championship boxing, than where he's at the moment. And I think that he would have to be ready to not just win a world title, but to stay there and defend it.
Can he do it, Spence?
Yeah, listen, what it is there's a process and there's a development stage and an apprenticeship. Can he do it? Of course, I know that he can do it. It's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when, and it's all about timing in this game,
What if
Gareth.
Spinks hadn't fought Ali and beaten him after 8 fights?
That's a one-off type thing. What I'm saying is, when you've got a talent like Moses, right? If you want longevity, if you want longevity in a career.
He said that.
Of course he would.
This is me being cautious. If you offer it to him, he goes, done, both hands, let's get it on.
But in 2 years' time, if he's won a world title and he's defended it 4 times, and he's got 150 million in the bank because it's this time of huge money.
He's only ever been 6 rounds. He's only ever been 6 rounds. He doesn't know what anything looks like
It's
past
about
6
the development
rounds.
stage.
And for me, I mean, even for me as a manager, I think that, and obviously Queensberry is the promoter. You look at Sam Noakes last week. I know he can go and do 12 championship rounds now. I'd like to see Moses go to some later stages against some guys who have been there and done it. We might see that this weekend. I hope not. I hope we get a massive explosive performance. But before Moses gets to that next stage and challenges for the world title against those top guys, I want to see him taking some rounds, and that will come as the opposition improves.
It's all about building.
He would take it tomorrow,
and it's all about building the brand and opportunity and taking that opportunity at the right times. And he's in the right place with Francis to get that opportunity. And I think you're talking about another 18 months' time before he's ready for that stage.
I don't agree with you. No. What I'm saying, 18 months. Why wait 18 months?
Why rush it though, Gareth? You're talking about ruining
because he could earn millions and win 4 fights and become a legend overnight.
What it's about for me is if he gets that experience, and once he gets that experience, it's all systems go.
Where do you get experience from, Tom?
What if he loses while he's getting the experience?
He ain't doing that, Gareth.
There you go. Thank you very much. Right, you're confused, and I'm happy about it because I love confusing you.
I'm not confused. I know the process. I understand it. I know the development. When you've got a special talent like that,
no, I didn't mean that.
You can't
What I meant was, I think the weird thing is, you off air, you rate Moses as arguably the best heavyweight talent we have seen emerge from the country, in even more than Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Absolutely.
Right, so why don't you put your money where your mouth is and not be confused about this guy?
I'm not confused, mate. I'm telling you, there's a process. You have to understand the process, the development stage. When you've got a talent like that, he could go on to become an all-time great. That is facts from where this kid is and the ability that he has. By rushing him, putting him in there too soon, and him getting beat or whatever, you can ruin all of that.
You don't want to put him in against guys who are too experienced, then? Is that what
it's
you're
all
saying?
about him getting that experience, and by doing that, there's a development stage there.
All right, let me go through a list. Does he beat Anthony Joshua right now?
I wouldn't put him in there right now.
You don't want to answer the question. Would he beat Anthony Joshua right now?
What are you talking about?
If you put them in a ring together, who wins?
Probably right now, Anthony Joshua.
If you put him in with Derek Chisora, who wins?
It's a very tough fight right now.
If you put him in with Daniel Dubois, who wins?
Do you understand what I'm saying about
the
development?
But you put him in with Daniel Dubois, I'm just arguing with you.
Yeah.
If you put Daniel Dubois in with Moses Itauma right now, who wins?
Daniel Dubois.
If you put him in with Dillian Whyte, who wins?
Moses Itauma.
If you put him in with Zhile Zhang, who wins?
That's a tough one. Probably right now, Zhile Zhang.
All right, he doesn't beat Tyson Fury, he doesn't beat Oleksandr Usyk.
I'm telling you, it's experience.
I reckon Moses, and I agree with a lot of what you said, I reckon Moses is about number 8 in the world right now.
That's a big call because we don't know because he's not been tested at that level. That's what I'm saying.
So he's not going to beat the Mike Tyson record, yeah? He's not going to beat the Mike Tyson record.
1 minute.
Is he going to beat the Mike Tyson record?
No, he's not going to beat the Mike Tyson record. But let me just tell you one thing that we will both agree on. He is going to be the next heavyweight great champion. That is a fact.
But we don't know that yet.
Well, but I'm telling you that.
But we don't know that, as you just said.
But that's my prediction. But when you're talking about boxing...
But you're going to take 2 years to do it.
When you're talking about boxing, Zhile Zhangs and Anthony Joshua and all that, why are you rushing the process? That's called rushing the process. You got to understand that. You don't understand
You
that.
want to go slower than Francis Warren
Yeah, but you don't
does.
understand the development.
You don't understand what Francis Warren just said, which is, I ain't waiting 18 months for him to fight for a world title.
I didn't say I don't understand the 18 months. I just said you're talking about him fighting them people now, and it's not time now.
Good, we disagree again, but we're a loving couple, really, honestly, off air. Another heavyweight joined us earlier, Johnny Fisher. He cannot wait. Okay, we are here with Johnny Fisher. You've walked out of an aeroplane, got into Riyadh, walked out of another aeroplane. How interesting was it walking through that aeroplane?
It's amazing, mate. Sitting on there and you see the talent that's around you on that plane. It's an amazing experience.
So you're all in there, are you? All of you up
We're all
there?
in there, all in our little spots, and you're mingling around a little bit. We had a lovely bit of chicken shish and lamb shish, beautiful flatbreads as well. You'd have loved it. But yeah, amazing. Listen, this is fantastic. The production's amazing, but I'm very aware that I've got a job on my hands on Saturday night.
Listen, we're in Runway Boulevard. There's planes all around us, and there's all sorts going on all these planes. What was it like in the one that you was in, though? What was going on in
It
there?
was amazing. We had like these booths. Like there's one booth one side, one booth the other side. The most spacious plane I've ever seen in my life. Food being delivered up, nice little soft drinks coming, nice toilet at the end, nice little bar in there, little snacks and nibbles. It was amazing. It's
So
lovely.
you're going to give us a first-class finish on Saturday night?
Listen, I'm going to win. Victory at any cost, at all costs. I train to win, and that means any eventuality, whether that means a knockout in the first round or I have to go to war for 10 rounds. I prepared my mind for that.
Why were you out a day later than everyone else? Any reason?
That's when my flight was booked for. There was an option to fly somewhere else first, and then I would have been with Mark and Sonny, and then Sam would have come out at a different time. This way, we all flew together, and it worked out well. I feel good.
Johnny, this has become a fighter's dream now, hasn't it? Boxing out here in Riyadh season, getting the opportunity to fight here in Saudi Arabia. You've now got that opportunity on this platform, and you know you're going to make it count on Saturday.
I've got to make it count. I'm not going to overlook anyone. I can't overlook Dave Allen. Dave Allen's a formidable opponent. You see the shape he's in. People overlooked him, but I never overlook anyone. And I'd be foolish at this stage of my career to overlook someone like the White Rhino. I'm in for a hard night's work.
And we were talking to him about food yesterday it was. He likes a good breakfast, he likes Sunday roast. He said no matter what, for breakfast, he likes Sunday roast for breakfast, yeah. He said no matter what, whatever happens with you, whether win, lose or draw, he wants to come around your house for the Chinese.
Mate, he's welcome around my house whenever he wants. We spoke about it for ages. I've got no problem with Dave Allen. The only problem we will have is Saturday night when I'm going to be trying to take him apart, and he'll be trying to do the same to me.
What's the latest count on the number of the Bosch army that are coming over?
It's going to be a good 100 of them out over here, which is great. Listen, this close to Christmas, for them people to come out and support me and pay their hard-earned money. We had 300-400 in Vegas, and we're going to get 100 out here at this time of year. I'm so happy that people want to travel. But also, there's some strong holds in Romford where people are going to be watching it. People are going to be watching it in Stratford. We've got a little bases all over England where people are going to be watching, and further afield as well. So I'm grateful wherever you're watching.
It's great to see you. Thanks for making a beeline, because we know you're a friend of talkSPORT,
No worries, mate.
friend of the show. Sorry, I broke your finger.
What happened there?
Yeah,
that was
well
bad.
done,
That's how
mate.
you do a handshake, mate. See?
There you go,
That's how
mate,
do it.
yeah.
I'm joking.
Well done, John.
Johnny Fisher there. I love Johnny Fisher. My word, Spencer. I know we're having a heavyweight argument tonight, but I love the fact that Johnny Fisher embraces this to the core. He is going to be, are we going to call him a massive overachiever one day?
No, I don't think we are. I want to ask you a question. Who wins out, Johnny Fisher and Moses Itauma?
Moses Itauma,
Interesting.
within 4 or 5 rounds.
Wow, big shout.
I don't think those guys will fight till British title, European title, but I want to see the fight.
Absolutely, that is a fight that will happen in the future. Do you know what? I love Johnny Fisher and what he's done. He's a classic example of hard work pays off. Johnny Fisher is one of them guys that's put it in with Mark Tibbs in the gym and Jimmy Tibbs. He works hard, he leaves no stone unturned, and this is the reward that he's got, and he deserves it. What a lovely guy and what a good fighter.
From the Romford Bull to Red Rag for a Bull, it's been a great podcast. I love you, mate. I love debating boxing with you. We are having an amazing week. Join us tomorrow for more action from Riyadh and Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, and this fella. I'm just glad he's not 6'5". See you tomorrow.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.